Hello and welcome to another tutorial from OICT. In this tutorial we will be making a Pac Man game inside a WPF and C Sharp. Let's take a look at the game. Right, so as you can see we have the Pac Man game loaded here. I can move the Pac Man up, down, left and right. It stops at the border and it also stops when you hit the wall. So it doesn't matter which position on the wall that you hit. You can also collect coins as the Pac Man. So as you can see you can't go over the walls. As soon as you hit the wall it stops moving. Okay, so the way the game works is I have to collect all the coins to win, and then if you get hit by a ghost then the game restarts. So if I get hit by this ghost here, it shows a message that says the ghost got you. Click OK to play again. If I click OK, the game restarts. So this game is going to be made inside of Visual Studio. So let's go and make a new project. Okay, in this window click on create a new project. Let's choose the WPF app.net framework. Click next. Name this one Pac Man game WPF ICT, and then click create. Okay, so before we get started, make sure you download the images from the ICT website, and these are the images that we're going to be using for this game. So you have the Pac Man image, the orange ghost, the pink ghost and the red ghost. Okay, let's import the images to the project. Inside the Solutions Explorer, right click on the name of the project there. You can add a new folder, type in images, right click on the images folder, add existing item. Okay, go to downloads, navigate to the folder, select image files, and then select all the images there and then click add. So now let's make a few changes to the project. So first I'm just going to add a new title. The Pac-Man game WPF ICT. I'm going to change the height and width of this one inside of here. So set the width to 600. I'm just going to zoom out of this a little bit. Okay, now let's change the grid to a canvas. Let's name this canvas my canvas, and add a key down event here. Say canvas key down. Okay, and then set a focusable to true and set the background to black. So first let's add a label here. Get a font size of 20. Set the name of this label to txt score. Set the foreground to white so we can actually see on the background. Then set the content to score to 0. So the score label is going to get added over there, and that's perfectly fine for the score. So now let's add the Pac-Man character. So we're going to be creating a rectangle. Let's name this one Pac-Man. Then set the width to 30, height to 30. Fill, we're going to give it a yellow. Okay, and we can end it there. Okay, so this would be the Pac-Man character there. So if I just drag the character anywhere in the canvas, it will automatically add the canvas left and canvas top position for that rectangle. Okay, so now what I can do, I can just duplicate this one, and let's name this one red guy, and also it's going to have a tag called ghost. Set that one to red. We'll position them randomly there. Just make another copy of this one, call this one orange guy. Okay, tag ghost is fine. Change the color to orange. Move it down a little bit. And let's duplicate that again. This is going to be the pink guy. Set the fill to pink. So with the ghost and the Pac-Mans now added to the canvas, let's go to the walls. So walls are going to be the rectangle. Let's give it a tag called wall. Then we'll have a stroke. So that's the border color. It's going to be aqua. Stroke thickness, we're going to set that to 3. Okay, and let's give it a height of like 40, width of 100. Okay, so the height and width we're going to be changing as we work along. So I'm just going to move this one over somewhere. A nice long line there. Just the height a little bit to say 20. I'm just going to duplicate this line here. This one's width can be 20. Get this one, move it over there. So each of the walls that we created, we're duplicating them, and it's duplicating the tags with it as well. So that would help us when we program the interactivity between the the Pac-Man and the walls. So I'm just going to duplicate this one down here. This one a lot shorter. Be connected there. Duplicate it again and just move it across. Okay, I could duplicate this one. So yeah, position the red guy here. Orange guy can be, yeah, pink guy can be just under the red. Okay, that's fine. We'll duplicate this one as well. Duplicate again. So I'm just pressing Ctrl D when I have the lines highlighted. So it actually just duplicates the line, so I can then move the objects over as I want to. Okay, so duplicate this line and this one down here, make it slightly shorter. Okay, we just need like a square in the middle there. Select the last one here. Make this slightly shorter so it gives the room for the Pac-Man to actually go through the wall. Should be enough space there. I think this one is to be a bit bigger. Can make this one slightly smaller. So I think also I need to make this part here slightly shorter. And I can move this. So, okay. Yeah, I think this would do. Right, so with this sorted out, now we can actually go and add the coins that we need. So the coins are going to be created a similar way that we've done the walls for this game. So we're going to make one coin and then we'll duplicate that throughout the scene, however many times that we need. So let's make a rectangle here, tag, say coin, the height to 10, width to 10, fill with a gold color, and then let's end the tag here. It gets added right there. So that's the little coin that we're after. So what I'm going to do there is, as soon as I move it here, I'm going to go and make a view, select both of these lines, and then press Ctrl T. It makes 2 more copies of it. Then I can select both of them and move them over. So you can also do Ctrl C and Ctrl B as well to move them across. Here we'll have some spread across. It's a lot easier for the Pac Man to catch these. So move them all maybe in the middle. Okay, and then for here, keep them spread it out that way. Copy and paste a bunch of them here as well. The ones I don't need, I can delete those off from here. Okay, that looks fine. Remove the red ghost and copy the whole line from there. Okay, so then move that one line here where the ghost will be going back and forth. Okay, so I need to get a cluster inside of here. Okay, so right now I don't think we got all the coins that we need to set up for this game. These ones can be spread across a little bit. Okay. This guy needs to be here. That's fine, I think. That's fine. Okay, so that would be the level design for this game. So we have got the walls that are identified by the aqua color border and the black background on them, and then the coins are identified by the gold color. And the coins, we're not going to use any images for the coins, but we will be changing the Pac-Man and all 3 ghost images inside the C# script. Okay, so just to give you a quick look at the way the XAML code has been presented at the moment. So these are all the wall rectangles, so they all have a tag called wall, and these are all the coin rectangles that we've copied and pasted several times. It's also a good idea to keep these things grouped together, so that way the code isn't really messy. So with that being done, now we can go and head into the C# script. So to begin, let's right click on the canvas key down here, and then click on go to definition, and that will add the key down event for us. Okay, so to begin, let's go and import the threading namespace using system.windows.threading. Okay, so this would allow us to use the dispatcher timer inside the code. Okay, so we're going to need two custom functions for this game. Let's go make those. So say private game setup and private void. It's going to be seen as a class otherwise. Okay, so and then private void game over. So now let's go and set the variables for this game. First one is a dispatcher timer. Let's call this one game timer equals new dispatcher timer, like this. So let's set up 4 booleans to go left, right, up and down, and then we'll need 4 more booleans to say whether the player can go left, right. So we're going to call them no left, no right, no up, and no down. Okay, so let's go make those. So say go left, go right, go down, and then go up. Also do 4 more. Say no left, no right, no down, and no up. Set the int speed, set that to 8. Let's make a rect here for the Pac-Man. Say Pac-Man hitbox. Set the int go speed to 10. Let's make another integer called ghost move step. Okay, set that one to 130. We'll try it out and see how that works for this game. And then another one called int current ghost step. Then we'll need one more for score. Okay, so these are the variables that we're going to need for this game. And now let's go and inside the main constructor, let's run the game setup function here. So whenever the game loads, it actually calls the game setup function. Inside the game setup function, first thing we're going to do is we're going to say my canvas.focus. So this way the key down event will register when we actually press a key. Set up the timer. So say game timer.tick plus equals to game loop. Game timer.interval equals to time span from milliseconds. So set that one to 20. So it's going to take every 20 milliseconds. Then we start the game timer here. Okay, and then say current ghost step is equals to ghost move step. So the next bit is where we import the images for the ghost and the Pac-Man. So let's import the Pac-Man first. Say image brush. Pac-Man image equals new image brush. Image source is equals to new map image. New URI inside of that. Inside this URI, we can say pac // application : 3 commas and then say images pacman.jpg. Okay, so they're all JPEG images that we imported earlier. Okay, and then we can say pacman.fill is equal to Pac-Man image. Right, so that way whenever it loads, it will just attach the image to the Pac-Man rectangle that we created in the canvas. Now let's do the red ghost. So say new image brush. Let's call this one red ghost equals new image brush here. Say red ghost dot image source equals to new map image. Inside of this one, we're going to say new URI, and then let's go and say pack application 3 commas slash images slash red.jpg. Okay, and then let's go to red guy dot fill. It's going to be equals to red ghost. Okay, to save some time, I can probably just copy and paste that and make changes here. Okay, after pasting it a couple of times, let's change this one to orange ghost here, and then change that to orange ghost as well. Instead of red, this time it's going to be orange, and set this one to orange ghost, and that's going to be orange guy. Okay, and this is going to be pink ghost, pink ghost again. This will be pink guy. So that's the rectangle and that's the image brush. Okay, so the image brush is called pink ghost and the rectangle is called pink guy. Okay, so with that done, now we just need to add the game loop. So if I hover over the game loop keyword there, I'll see the show potential fixes. I just need to click on the first option there, and it would have added the event there for us. We don't need this line, so I can delete that. I'm just going to run this app now just to see if the images actually load. Okay, so as you can see, the Pac Man image has loaded. So it has the red guy, orange guy, and the pink guy. Okay, everything looks fine. Alright, so the game setup function is now done. Let's do the game over function. Okay, so inside the game over function, we're going to be passing in a string. So we'll say string message. Right, so when the game is over, we want to stop the game timer. Let's say message box or show message. So whatever message that we pass in, that's the message that is going to show here. And then what we'll do is say, okay, the Pac Man game WPF. So that'll be the title of the message box whenever it shows up, and show the message on the box itself there. Okay, so right after the message box is shown and the player clicks OK on the message, we'll be able to replay the game. So to do that, we need to do the system.diagnostics.process start, and then go to application.resource assembly location. So basically we are starting a new application, and then we'll go to application.current.shutdown. Okay, so this line is going to create a new application of this one, and then this is going to shut down the application that's running at the moment. Okay, so that's all we need to do for the game setup and the game over function. Now let's do the canvas key down event. Inside the canvas key down event, what we want to do is we want to specify the Pac-Man's movement in one direction only. So if he's moving right, then we want to set rest of the booleans to false, and if he's moving left, then except for the left one, we want to set rest of the other booleans to false as well. What we want to do is, because we're using only one image of the Pac-Man, we will also rotate the image so Pac-Man is facing the right way whichever way it's moving. Okay, so let's go do the left one first. So we'll say if e.key equals e.left, and we're going to say and no left is equals false in this case. So okay, so the left key has been pressed, that's true, and the no left boolean is set to false, so the player can move towards the left. Okay, so in that case what we'll say is say go right equals go up equals go down, right equals to false. So instead of individually setting them all to false one line at a time, we're setting them all to false in one line. We also need to do the similar thing to the no right, no up as well. So say no right equals to no, not equals to no, down equals to false. Okay, and then we'll set go left to true. Also we'll say PacMan dot render transform equals to new rotate transform minus 180, and width, divide that by 2, and then PacMan dot height, divide that by 2. Okay, so what's happening here is it's setting rest of all the other booleans that we don't need. When this key is pressed, it's setting all of them to false, and then we are setting the go left only to true. And the no left one is going to be set to false when you actually hit a wall. So if you are going left and you hit a wall, that's when no left is going to be set to true. So that way this is no longer a option for the player to be moving. So let's do the other keys. If the key equals key dot right and no right is equals false, we're going to do the similar thing again. Start with no left, no up goes no down goes to false. Say go left, go up, go down to false as well. Set go right to true. Just probably copy and paste that because just to change the angle here. So this is going to change it to a minus 180 degrees, and if it's going right, then we just set it to 0. So the PacMan image is facing right. These two values here will rotate the image from the center of the PacMan image. So basically the rotate transform goes to, the first one is the angle, the second one is the center X, and then the third one is the center Y. So you can determine where you want the object to rotate from. Okay, so let's do the other one. Say e dot key e dot up, and no up is equals false, no right, no down, no left to false, go right, go down, and go left to false here as well, and then set go up to true. Then we'll set this one to 90 degrees, so it's facing up. Okay, let's do the last one. E dot down and no down is equals false. Okay, if that is true, then we can say no up equals no left equals no right to false, go up equals go left equals go right to false. So all the other ones are now false, and then we can set the last one to true. Okay, and we also go here and say minus 90 degrees. Okay, let's see if the key up down is registering. So if I press the up key, yeah, I think I'm put the minus in the wrong place. Yeah, so that one's minus, this one is just 90. Okay, so if I'm facing up, down, left, right. Okay, so now let's start on the main game loop. Okay, so first we're going to be setting up the score. So say txt score content equals score space plus score. So it just shows the score in real time. Okay, so let's say for example here, if go right, then we'll say canvas.set left to find the PacMan rectangle, then canvas.get left of the PacMan rectangle. say plus speed. Okay, so that's going to set the left position of the Pac-Man rectangle to move towards the right, so that's why we're setting it with a plus. Okay, I'm going to copy that one, set that one to go left. In the go left, we're just going to set it to minus. Okay, then say if go up is true, then canvas.set top this time to Pac-Man, canvas.get top for Pac-Man to, if it's moving up, then it's going to be a minus speed. Okay, pick that one, paste it here, then go down here, then change that to a plus. Okay, so if it's moving right, we're adding speed to the left position of the Pac-Man. If it's moving left, we're reducing it. If it's moving up, we're reducing it from the top position, and if it's moving down, we're adding it to the top position. So let's get the other movement sorted out. So what we want is we want the Pac-Man to stop at any position of the border, so we don't want it to go outside the border of the game. So right here we're going to say if you're going downwards and canvas get top Pac-Man plus another 90 is greater than application the current the main window dot height, then we're going to say no down, we're going to set that to true, and go down will be set to false. Okay, so that way you can't press the go down button again. Let's do the go up here, so say go up and canvas dot get top for Pac-Man is say less than 1, right? So say no up is going to be true, no up is equals to true, and go up is equals to false. Okay, so say go left, canvas to get left, say Pac-Man here is less than 1, then no left is equals to true, and go left equals to false. To go right, canvas to get left, say Pac-Man here is plus 90 is greater than application dot current dot main window dot width, then no right is equals to true, and go right is equals to false. Okay, so if you were to try this out now, I'll show you in real time what it looks like. So see, as you can see, the Pac-Man, the reason the Pac-Man has moved down, and the reason that we've used the 90 is to buffer a little bit, so just to stop the Pac-Man. So we can also reduce the number if you want the Pac-Man to go down a bit more as well. So if I reduce that down to say like 60, okay, so see the Pac-Man has now dropped off the stage a little bit as well. So I think probably like about, let's try 80. Okay, that's fine. Okay, then obviously it goes, it stops quite further away from the border on the left, on the right, sorry. Let's take a look at the left, stops it there. Maybe add a little bit of a buffer there as well. And then the top. Okay, so this one right, I can probably put it like 70 or something, just to see it gets close. I think left wise we can always say like say +5 or something. Oh, so I'm adding it to it. Okay, so you can actually see the Pac-Man. It's fine. Okay. So the similar way that we've done the borders here, we're going to be working with the walls just to make sure the Pac-Man stops. So whichever direction is going, if it hits a wall, we want to stop in that direction, and then the Pac-Man will be able to move in the other directions except for that direction. Okay, so right here, first let's go and set up the Pac-Man hitbox. Box equals to new rect. Okay, so say canvas dot get left Pac-Man get top width, and then the height here. Okay, so this way it updates the real-time position of the Pac-Man and the width and the height, so that we know when we hit a wall it's accurate. Okay, so now let's run a for each loop. Okay, so inside the for each loop we're going to be looking for a variable x in my canvas children of type. So we want to search for rectangles. So let's make a rect here called hitbox. New rect. So with this rect we can check if the Pac-Man hitbox and this hitbox has collided, because we have so many different rectangles. We need to have a way to differentiate between the ghost, the wall, and the coins. Okay, so what we're going to do here is say canvas dot get left x, canvas dot get top x, and then x dot width and x dot height. Okay, so first let's run an if statement to check if the play actually hits with the wall first. Okay, let's do another bracket here, string, say x dot tag equals wall. Okay, so if we find a rectangle inside the loop here that has a tag called wall, then we can do the following inside of it. Okay, so let's say for example if go left is true, right, and then and we say Pac-Man hitbox to intersect with, okay, with hitbox. So in this case we are just checking if we found something that's called a wall, and we also intersecting with that. Okay, in that case what we'll say is canvas dot set left. So we want to push the Pac-Man a little bit off so it's not quite touching the wall, so we can still move. Okay, so Pac-Man, let's say canvas get left, and say +10, get left twice. Okay, and then in this case we are saying no left, no down, no left is equals to true, and then go left equals to false. So let's do the go right bit here. And go right is, and then we hit the Pac-Man there. Then we need to change that from a plus to a minus. Say no right, and then go right here. Okay, so let's say ST again. In this case, going to be go down is true. Okay, and this is going to be, instead of set left, is going to be set top. Get left, say get top there, and then it's going to be a minus. Okay, say no down is equals to true, then go down is equals to false. Just copy this here, then go up, then set, it's going to be plus, no up equals to true, and then go up is equals to false. Okay, So these are the 4 conditions that we want to have inside the when we find something with the wall tag in it. Just want to try it out, see how that works. Okay, so right now I can go here, go there. When I hit a wall, it stops there. I can still move left, I can still move right. Okay. Okay, cool. So I can actually it stops right there for us. I can hit it on any angle that I want, but I won't be able to go over it. Okay, so you get your 4 directional blocking, and you kind of created like a solid object inside of the game. Alright, so because we have so many coins in the game right now, so one of the easiest ways to actually calculate that would be to do the simplest thing where we can just run the game and collect all the coins. Okay, so let's go and do that now. Say if string x dot tag equals coin. Instead of here we can check if PacMan hitbox to intersect with, just say box, and we need to make sure. So what we want to do is each time the PacMan goes and intersect with any of the coins, we want to turn it invisible. Okay, so and then what we'll do is we'll check if visibility x dot visibility equals visibility dot visible. Okay, then we can say x dot visibility equals visibility dot hidden. Okay, and we'll add 1 to the score. So now if I run this, should be able to collect the coins, and then you only collect 1 coin. So even though I'm on top of the coin right now, it's not adding anything to the score. Okay. 24. Okay, so we've got 85 coins altogether. So I'm gonna keep a note of it here. Okay, 85 coins. Okay, then so we are still inside the for each loop here. So under the coins one, let's go do the one for the ghost. So say if say string x dot tag equals ghost. So if we find any rectangle with the ghost tag on it, then first thing we want to do is we want to say collision first. So say PacMan hitbox intersect with box, right? So if that happens, run the game over function, and remember this one accepts a custom message inside of it, so you can say ghost got you. Okay, so we'll just say ghost got you, click OK to play again. And that's all we need to do here really, because the game over function kind of handles all the other stuff, including stopping the timer. Okay, so what we want to do is, except for the orange guy is going to go from right to left, and then the red and the pink guy is going to go from left to right. Okay, so what you can say is like if right now say x dot name dot toString is equals orange guy, right? So if he has a name called orange guy, then we want it to be moving slightly differently than the rest. So say canvas dot set left x, canvas dot get left x, and then in this case it's going to be minus ghost speed. So it's going to be minusing the left position, so the orange guy will be moving left. Else, okay, so for the both of the other ghosts, it'll be moving right. So we can just say plus instead of a minus here. Also, what we'll do is we'll say current ghost step minus minus, so it reduces 1 with each tick. Okay, and if current ghost step is less than 1, Okay, so say current go step is equals to ghost move step, so it gets reset back to its original 130, I believe it was. Okay, and then go speed is equals to minus go speed. So we reverse the speed, so that way they come back from when they get hit the left, they come back to the right, and when they hit the right, they go back to the left. We'll try that out now. Okay, so okay, that's good so far. So if you want the ghost to be moving a bit further out as well, what we can do is we can actually just set that to slightly bigger. So if I set that to like, let's say 160 instead of 130, they will travel a little bit further. Okay. Cool. So let me see if I get hit by the ghost. It says it got you. Click OK to play again, and then come back into it again. Okay. Actually restarts the game as well. So right here, so outside the for each loop, so we can sort of clear out that part there. Okay, so the for each loop is the main loop that's actually calculating all the collision and the movement for the ghosts, including the collision with the wall and the coin, right? And outside of it, we can actually determine when the player wins this game. Okay, so this is very simple. So say if score is equals 85, because we have 85 coins, right? And then you can just say game over. Okay, you win, you collected all of the coins. If this condition is true, we basically just run the you win function. So right now what I can do is, just to speed up the game a little bit, comment this line out, then I can go and collect all the coins and see if that actually works for me. So let's go and collect it. So right now the collisions are not going to work because I disabled that bit there. Okay, so I collected 85, and then it says you win, you collected all the coins. Click OK, and then the game restarts. Okay, I'm just gonna uncomment that. Then this time I'm gonna try and hit the red ghost. That happens. Hit the orange. That happens. And of course the pink. That happens as well. Alright, excellent. Okay, so this has been a tutorial on how to make a simple Pac-Man game inside a WPF and C#. The source code for this game will be available on the MoICT website. Link is in the description. And I will see you on the next one.